Here. I am your NCLEX instructor here with Remar Review. You know what today is. It is Monday, so it's time for our Motivational Monday segment. Are you excited about it? I am, because the motivation for today is coming straight from my home to your home. And I hope that what I have to say encourages you because there's a process that you guys are all going through right now, preparing for your NCLEX, and it reminded me of a garden. It reminded me of a garden. So our Motivational Monday is here right now. Now, let me tell you this. I did Remar Nurse University the beginning of May, and at the same time, we started a garden. So I have here just a contrast of what was going on that you guys saw, but what Mark and I were doing at home in comparison on this journey. And it has really transformed the way that I think about the studying process, the way I think about my business, the way I think about priorities and goals that I have. So I just want to show you guys some more of what it is that we did. We actually did start a garden. Mark carved out a section of our yard and he brought in all the dirt. So you'll see like my kids, they were really involved with it, but it was a family project. So we brought in dirt. My son, he helped his dad dig out the dirt, and Mark created these garden beds, like really preparing the land for what we were about to plant. And we had a variety of things that we planted, squash and peppers, strawberries. I mean, planting a garden was not something that you could just do in one day. It was literally steps that had to be done. And Remar Nurse University was like that, where we extended the teaching the entire month of May. I couldn't just come to you guys and say, okay, in one session, here is everything that you need to know. It was literally a process that you guys went through with me. And even that you guys are watching it now, you're going through it again and again, the things that you learned. So my motivation comes from just the lessons that doing the garden has taught me. So not to belabor it or take too long, let me get into the first tip for you guys, which is here. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Do not be afraid to ask for help on this journey. And it's kind of a common thing that you feel like you know you need help, but you're not brave enough to reach out and ask someone. I make myself available for you guys. Reach out and ask for help. I was actually watching a video of Steve Jobs. You guys know him. He was the inventor of like the Apple products. And one of the most powerful things he said, which really inspired me, was that when he was 12 years old, he called Bill Hewlett from Hewlett and Packard up, like called him up on the telephone. And he said, hey, my name is Steve Jobs. I'm 12 years old and I want to build computers. Can you help me? And Bill Hewlett sent him parts so he can build his first computer. He also gave him like a summer job at Hewlett and Packard, and it really springboarded his career. So many people are doing it. The most successful people did not get there by themselves. You guys have resources that you can reach out to. Remar Review, we make ourselves super available to allow you guys to take that first step and ask for help. Ask for help. Thank you, everybody that is watching. This is Motivational Monday. We're talking about what is in your garden. Right now, you guys are in the process of sowing something. You're in the process of planting, and hopefully very soon you'll be reaping. But right now, what are you planting in your garden? Are you asking for help? Are you preparing the soil that you need to put the seeds in the ground? Another thing that I realized is that you have to plant your seeds in the right environment. And sometimes I say you have to study in the right place, and you have to make sure that it's quiet and that you're free from distractions. And that is huge. That's huge when you guys are trying to solidify these very difficult concepts. I was studying and I was looking at medications. And of course, medications can be tricky because if you don't use them all the time, then you forget what they're for. But certainly when I'm trying to study, I make sure that I'm in a place that I can remember and retain. So these things seem very basic, but if we're not mindful about them, we start to lose our commitment to making sure that our seeds are planted in the right environment. So make sure you guys are doing that. You can't just throw seeds everywhere. Like, you have to put them in a specific place. And that's where you guys have to be as well. Hey, using the proper tools. When you are studying for NCLEX, just like when you're planting a garden, you cannot just use any old thing. It has to be appropriate for what you're trying to accomplish. And a lot of you do have the Remar Review products. So I am happy that you have the Remar Review products, but part of having the right tools is also having the right mindset. It is having the right mindset, and that's just your confidence. You can have the right tools, but if you don't have the positive thinking, if you don't believe that you can pass, if you don't feel confident, if you're anxious, these are things that you have to address, okay? Because your mindset when you're studying matters so much. And I love that you guys are encouraging and motivating each other through the Remar page, the Remar group. The prayers are going around and up for people, and it matters so much as far as having the right tools to study. Getting the right tools is half the battle. Studying them and having the belief and the idea that you can get your license is the other half. And so we really appreciate all the testimonials and the video requests that we get, and everybody that's really encouraging. Every time I see like a license number from a Remar nurse, it is like, yes, we did it. We're doing it. All right. The next thing that I want to talk about is kill the excuses. You have to. And excuses, they're like putting the blame on something else for the goal not being accomplished. Like in the garden, there's weeds that come up. And if I just sat back and said, man, my garden is not growing because there's weeds there. Like, I can't grow anything because the weeds are there. What do you have to do? You have to pull up the weeds. You have to kill the weeds so that the garden grows. And it's the same thing. You got to get rid of the excuses. If it's, I don't have enough time, my kids are always bothering me, I am not confident, or I just can't do this. Like, you have to kill the excuses, because if you don't kill the excuses will kill your purpose. They will kill your goal. They will kill what you're trying to accomplish. And when you look back, you will say, man, I should have took care of that excuse a long time ago. And so we're trying to do things that help you guys redeem your time, get to where you want to be, so that this nursing career that you so want, you can enjoy and have. But you have to get rid of those excuses, because they consume our purpose if we don't take care of them. So what are we growing in our garden? That's the idea here today. What is in your garden? Hey, I like this one a lot. Patience is definitely a virtue when you're waiting for something to grow and when you're waiting to harvest something that you've planted. And I love patience, because if you find yourself frustrated, angry, just not able to think clearly because you're so upset, I like that. Patience is the cure for all of that. Patience is the cure for your frustration, and patience is the cure for your anger. Like, if you are going to do something out of frustration or anger, just wait a little bit. Because what patience does is it allows you to delay judging a situation until you get more information. And I think it's like that with our own selves. When we're just starting out the process of studying, I get emails sometimes where a student will say, hey, I've been studying for 2 weeks. I don't think I can do this. Or I've been studying for 2 weeks and this seems to be getting harder than easier for me. I promise you, if you just have a little patience, you're able to actually see your progress. You're able to delay that judgment. You might come up with a better outcome, all right, in terms of what you're thinking about the situation. When I do things and I just do them and I don't really think about them, sometimes I make the wrong decision or I make the wrong first judgment. So patience is definitely a virtue, and a garden teaches you that. A garden really, really teaches you that. And here we go. This one I think is supreme, and it's the most difficult thing when it comes to gardening and when it comes to studying for NCLEX. And that is consistency is the key. It is supreme of all the habits, because when you are not consistent, you know what happens? Especially when it comes to your NCLEX. But when you're not consistent in your garden, then you lose progress. And if you're neglectful in your garden, the things that you've planted begin to die and they are not taken care of. And so a garden forces you to tend to it daily, tend to it regularly. I see Mark outside in the garden all the time, just looking at it and watching over it. And it's the same thing. If you have that motto, you know, I can, I will, I must, you have to say that to yourself every day. You have to be consistent, because when you are not consistent with your studying, you guys know what happens. If you study and then you decide to take 4 days off from studying, you forget. You forget. Our brain can only hold on to so much. So the consistency allows you to be accountable for your actions. And your consistency allows you to, most importantly, see that progress. That is one of the most difficult things, I think, for my Remar nurses, is that we are doing really good and then we fall off, we fall back. Our priorities get in the way of our studying for NCLEX. And then we realize, hey, my 6 weeks have almost, they almost passed. They're already up and I haven't gotten through the program. So this is the day that if you guys have been struggling with any of these issues, if you've been struggling with excuses, if you've been struggling with your consistency, if you've been struggling, with not studying in the right environment, this is Monday. This is our chance for starting over again. What is in your garden? You guys all have gardens. Did you know that? Consistency. I like that. Love says consistency is my key to a breakthrough. Absolutely. I wrote something down. Yeah, consistency. Another thing about consistency that I didn't want to forget to say is this is one of the most difficult things, because your consistency comes from the inside. There is nothing external that can make you be more consistent. You can set an alarm, you can have your calendar, your daily study calendar out, but if you don't take the steps to do it, then it will never get done. So I can only strongly recommend that as you're going through reaching your goals, you remain consistent with them. So how do you guys stay consistent? You can kind of write down, encourage each other, motivate each other. How can you stay consistent when you have so much going on? It's very important. It's very important. So let me tell you guys this. When we started Remar Nurse University, it was fantastic. 60 days ago, we planted seeds. 60 days ago, we planted seeds with Remar Nurse University. And now is the time that, just like in our real garden, we're able to harvest. We're able to see what has been planted, because the fruits of it are reaping. And I know that you guys have seen The testimonials come in, the videos come in. I mean, they're amazing, and they're just a demonstration of what we expect from you guys that are watching. Like in your life, I'm expecting to see that harvest come up. I'm expecting to see that harvest. So everybody that participated in Remar Nurse University, we're waiting for you. We're wanting you to produce. We're wanting you to produce, because that seed is now ready to be harvested. The harvesting has begun. Yes, I'm so glad Princess Barbara is here. She is one of the seeds that was fruitful, produced. She gave a video testimonial. Where's your video testimonial? Like, where is it? I'm waiting for it. I know some of you have passed. Like Nurse Lynette. Let me read her testimonial to you guys. She says, no other NCLEX review can touch the power of this awesome review. That's amazing. Remar is most definitely the best review ever created. I am a repeat test taker, and I have tried 3 other review programs, along with spending hundreds of dollars. Nothing in me wanted to give up, but everything in me wanted to pass, and Remar was the answer. If you are questioning yourself, question no more. Get this review and start studying. You got this. You got this. And I am, I'm always so encouraged and so motivated to read video testimonials, to read the testimonies that are posted on Facebook, or to receive video testimonials, because this is what it is about. This is what it's about. If you've experienced failure in any area of your life, you must know that you can come back from that and achieve success. And it's not something that, we're just saying is easy to do. It's not easy to do. It is very difficult. It is very difficult, but it is possible. It is difficult, but it's possible. And if it's possible, then you are worth the try. You're worth the effort to achieve it. Nursing is an amazing field. You guys know that. I don't think there's anything that compares to it. If you love to help people, this is the avenue that you can do it. If you're wanting to help people and have a stable career, there is nothing like nursing. You can get a job literally doing anything in nursing. It prepares you for everything. I say that, I'm a nurse. I have no business training, but seriously, the training that I received in nursing school, I honestly feel like I can do anything. I can live on the moon with the stuff that I learned in nursing school. And you guys all have that same ability. So we need to see it. We need to see it. The nursing community, right now, we're actually in a crisis. We don't have enough nurses to care for the world. It's everywhere. There's a global crisis of nursing. It's just a shortage. So I need you guys to come into this field with me so that you can help take care of patients. Another testimonial that I loved, and hopefully we can put it up on the screen, but another testimonial that we received was this is Nurse Lynette here, but she wrote a written testimonial, but she also wrote a video testimonial. And if you got a chance to listen to her testimonial, powerful. Like I don't really have the adequate words to describe it, because she literally said she woke up in the ICU, couldn't speak. She had paralysis of her limbs, and she had to test in 3 weeks? She was testing in 3 weeks. Can you imagine? You're in the ICU and you have an NCLEX test coming up. Well, she recovered, God healed her, and she was able to test and get her license. She is a registered nurse now. So she has the most amazing testimonial. So powerful. I see we have another testimonial that I just thought I saw, but maybe I missed it. Someone said that on July 3rd, they had passed their NCLEX using the DVD program. So Thank you. There he goes. PD Bello. Okay. She passed. Please share your testimonial with us. Tell us more about it. Like RN, PN, give us a video. We want to celebrate you. We want to congratulate you because there are students that are testing this week, and by God's grace, we will all have our license. Remember 2018, this is our year, our motto. We can, we will, we must pass NCLEX. That has been such a powerful mantra for us all year long. I don't even know when 2019 comes, I don't even know, what the class motto will be then, but this one has surely carried us through our NCLEX test dates. I know people on the day of their test, they go in the bathroom when they take a break from NCLEX. They go in the bathroom, they put cold water, they slap themselves in the face, and they say, I can, I will, I must pass NCLEX. And then they come out, get their license, and we get a testimonial. So that's the same thing for you guys. What is in your garden? Really, what is in your garden? We're looking for a harvest. I hope your garden doesn't have excuses in it. I hope your garden doesn't have millions and millions of NCLEX resources that you're not going to use or that are not helping you. I hope your garden doesn't have, terrible jobs and overworked hours and just stressful things, because at Read My Review, we're into weeding and we're trying to pull up all the weeds that are killing your purpose. And today is Monday. It's the best day for us to do it. So with this motivation, if you guys that are testing this week, we are praying for you guys. Don't forget to send your prayer requests to our email, support@ReadMyReview. Send your prayer requests to our email, support@ReadMyReview. Our staff will pray for your situations. We've had some amazing testimonials of, that people send in prayer requests. We pray and some great things happen. So I am so happy to be a part of that process. Thank you guys so much for watching our Motivational Monday. I love seeing all the comments. And thank you so much for encouraging each other. That is the most important. The REMAR nurses that are on here that are licensed are a great support system. Ask them. Don't just ask me questions. Ask them questions, because they are awesome resources. And I just want to show you guys the stages of a garden, the stages. So you see here just the plot of land. It has nothing in it. It's just ready for a purpose. It's ready for a purpose. We put the seeds in, and literally we have been able to reap our garden several times. We're plucking stuff out of it every day that are just harvesting. Like, we're plucking things out of it that have harvested fruit and food for our family. So I love here just the idea that what you eat tomorrow is based off of what you plant today. That is the truth. The goals that you want to see tomorrow they need what you do today. You can't have one without the other. So if it's daily commitment, if it's taking some time off of work, if it's whatever it is, you have to think about, what do I have to do on this day to end up where I want to be? For me, myself, I'd like to see myself on a vacation somewhere, but I cannot get there if I don't work today. You know what I mean? I want to study. I have a lot of studying to do for NCLEX. I have a lot of, things I want to share with you guys, but I cannot do that if today I do not take little steps to get there. So I'm right here with you guys, studying, answering emails, whatever you need. Read My Review. We have it here if you're looking to pass your NCLEX. It's all about what you want to do with it. So your Monday motivation right here. What's in your garden? What's in your garden? Okay. And listen, I understand if you're not supposed to, I like that, Marlon. Listen, if you're at work and you're not supposed to be on Facebook, but you're on Facebook anyways, there's a purpose for it. The purpose is you're not supposed to be at that job. You're supposed to be a nurse. And this was the message that you needed today to get busy. So bam, Monday motivation, all for you. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. We're going to talk about some pretty interesting things on our Facebook page. I hope you like this on our Facebook page because we're going to come up with a new series called Let's Talk Nursing. And it will be a way for the Remar nurses to give back, dialogue with each other. I'll be sharing insight from my personal nursing career, and hopefully I will be able to learn more about you. So look for that post, participate in it. I'm going to read everyone and respond. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Monday motivation, what's in your garden? Work.